Companies like Uber, Lyft, and Postmates are refusing to adhere to California's new gig economy law. The new state mandate forces businesses to reclassify contractors as employees, and some industries are already feeling the impact. And joining us now is Campus Reform Editor-in-Chief Cabot Phillips. And Cabot, you know this area very well.
Yeah.
You deal with freelancers. We're talking about AB5 here and how it changes the way that companies can work with them. What are you seeing?
Yeah, so I run an online news publication, Campus Reform. We rely on a full-time team of reporters in D.C. that are employees, but we have about 100 freelance reporters around the country. California, we have more freelance writers than any other state, and because of this law, if they write 35 freelance articles for one publication, that publication then has to decide that they are a full-time employee, offer all kinds of benefits, which for our small organization would put us out of business if we had to hire all of our California freelance writers as full-time employees. So I'd have a conference call this week with them and say, look, guys, you're doing great work. I understand a lot of you use this money you make as a freelance writer for us to supplement your income and to pay for college. But once you hit 34 articles, we would go out of business. We just can't have you keep writing for us at 34 articles beyond that. And so this is another law that, of course, the intentions are good. The intentions seem like they're trying to help the little guy and help freelance workers. But in the end, I think we're going to see more of what I had to do, where people are saying we just can't deal with the costs, scaling back. And I think it will start to cost people jobs and opportunities.
It's very similar to the minimum wage argument we were just having here. But to your point, generally good intentions with this, just a little bit of blowback. Isn't that kind of how the political system's supposed to work, where you test this out and fix it?
Well, ideally, yes, this is true, the push and pull of the political system. The problem with doing things through government means is that government is inherently coercive. Markets have to invite, markets have to respond quickly. The government responsiveness is attenuated. Now we have to have lawsuits against the state of California. Meanwhile, these gig workers are going to suffer. They are not benefiting from this, and that's the problem. Government fiat intervening in the markets generally is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Here's a perfect example.
Yeah, but I'm so glad you're on the couch and joining us here on the show, because I always want to talk to someone who's actually launched a business who this impacts, because it kind of makes you guys look like you've got an icy heart if you don't want to actually offer benefits to people who are working. As someone who works and has benefits, it's important.
Yeah.
So do you not see another way where people could work for you and still get benefits that are important?
Yeah, I think there's a trade-off where I started as a freelance writer myself, and it gave me freedom. It gave me the opportunity to still pursue my degree at the time, and I was looking around and I understood, hey, I'm not a full-time employee, so they don't owe me that because this is a voluntary agreement we're entering into. And so I had a student actually ask me, well, can I opt out of this? Can I say I don't mind if I don't get the benefits because I'm still getting the benefit of experience and getting pay without having to be in an office 9 to 5? And I said, no, you can't opt out of it. And I think that's the whole idea of this, is that it's a voluntary agreement. That's what a free market is. It's exchanging goods and services voluntarily. And when you add that coercive element to say, if you are going to work for them, you now have to do this for them. I think that's where the problem comes in, because we, on our end, I view it as we're offering these freelance writers training, or we're paying them in a voluntary agreement. Now the government is stepping in saying, we have to also go beyond and do this, and that's not something that's financially tenable for us in the long run.
Yeah,
so it makes us look like the bad guys, when in reality, we're giving opportunities to a lot of college students that now might be missing out on.
Yeah, and undoubtedly there's probably some of those freelancers that get promoted into full benefit positions as well. And that's kind of the push here from Assemblywoman Lorena Gonzalez, who is behind AB5, kind of speaking out that there are actually some pushes, even at other publications, Vox Media being some of them, that had to deal with cutting freelancers, also hiring some of those freelancers as full-timers, getting benefits there. So not all negative, just comes down to who gets what opportunities are being shaken out here. But very interesting to see unintended consequences play out. Cabot Phillips, thank you so much for joining us. Hey investors, Zack Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.